continue to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to blow up now and start doing something.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Under fire. Throws for the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third down, here's Frazier. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Great place to start for this offense. Give to the single back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now third and 10. Russell. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside, it's Phillips. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And so far, he looks a little bit rattled at the quarterback spot. Just not settled in, not fully comfortable. And you got to say the defense has done good, and they have taken away what they've wanted to do so far. But he's got to find some answers in this offense. Find some guys, find some matchups that he wants to explore.
Working that left side now. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the...
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, I think they were really hoping they'd go in at halftime and get this guy settled down and find a rhythm for him. That has not been the case, though. We're here in the second half. He's just 1 for 7 throwing the football and throws another incompletion. You're really scratching your head now if you're the offensive coordinator because you are digging deep into your playbook trying to find a completion for this guy.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. So keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
He'll get rid of it. Finds space on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're testing the right side here. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Hard running there. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Russell on play action. On the move, he fires. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the 20. And he scores. Touchdown, Bama.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like, to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The run inside. It's Frazier. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes that Alabama offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll run it to the right side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Throwing Russell. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
Been so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no...
Breaks into the open on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a prop.
On the run, it's Phillips. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. To the air, it's Stockton. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Georgia coming out with the fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And that's one the quarterback would love to have back. At this point of the game, it's tight on the scoreboard, and if that guy's not open, nothing's there. You got to throw that thing away, or you got to tuck it, run, take a sack, live to play another down. That's a decision the quarterback wishes he had back.
Yeah, because you're so frustrated because you're in a position to get points. And, right, when you start getting down there, Palmer, they talk to you all the time. Don't give away points. Make sure you're smart with the football. Don't try to do too much. He tries to do too much. He pays for it, and the defense takes it all the way back to the end zone.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Phillips. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff, Frazier running left. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
There's a crease. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Jalen Russell. Buys a little time with his feet. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll give it to him again. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Backed up now. Here's second and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Russell. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Stockton. He's taking the shot. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On first down, Nate Frazier makes it past the marker. On the move at the 30. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 20 team, the Missouri Tigers. And it's Texas A&M with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make
all kinds of room to the right. The 20. Touchdown tie. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
And it's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Frazier. Not a lot of space to be found. Good. The coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. And they're not on the same page there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. He'll throw it quickly out to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Makes the catch. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Fights off a defender. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coaches, block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Pressure coming. Got his man on the right. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the freshman tight end who's still down on the field. We hope that's not too serious. Holly will keep an eye on him. Third and 6 yards to go. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And he just chucks it into the fourth row. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the RPO, complete. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
They go play action with Russell. Buying some time as he moves left. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Running inside, it's Phillips. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Might have a chance. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Final play of the quarter coming. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. Inside the 35. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Bulldog! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. Tide ready to roll on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Takes it on the return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Looking for a big play. Makes a catch at the 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They move on top here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the tie. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets a block. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. The best way this offense can say thanks for that two spot is by following it up with a... There he goes! And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff.
Trying to beat the D deep. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets it.
Lots of room to run. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll leave it with him. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
In the red area, it's Riley. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He'll run it again. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Russell on play action. Now rolling to the left. Needed a couple of more yards on that play and just couldn't quite stay in bounds to get it, and the defense rises up.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The run inside. It's Phillips. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And every offense is different. The 2-minute drill looks different for everybody. Slipping the run in there, sometimes it can be good, but you can't do that much more with that clock ticking out.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Using his legs, it's Riley. Got enough for the first. Oh, out of space. He's at the 10. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll try to boot them into the lead in the final minute.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through. And Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.